The polar ice caps and rivers will impact the Earth greatly in the coming years. A river is a large natural channel of water. It is also known as a natural stream of water that flows through land and empties into a body of water such as an ocean or lake. It usually flows off the side of a mountain or any steep surface. A polar region is a region of our planet or natural satellite that is covered in ice. More specifically, polar regions include ice caps on mountains and the glaciers located in the northern and southern poles. Climate change is a long-term alteration in global weather patterns. When climate change, also known as global warming, takes place, there are very large increases in temperature and storm activity, regarded as a potential consequence of the greenhouse effect. Climate change occurs when the Earth becomes too hot, and it is believed that climate change had occurred thousands of years ago, during the age of dinosaurs. Climate change is also caused by the cutting down of trees. This is known as deforestation and is one of the major causes of climate change. Climate change is also caused by mass amounts of CO2 entering the atmosphere through automobile use, cutting down or scalding of trees, and the breeding of organisms.
Rivers play a very important part in our ecosystem. It is the home of much aquatic life and is depended on for many organisms. Climate change affects this biome in many ways. When glaciers, ice caps, and other frozen freshwater sources melt, the excess freshwater runs into the river. When this happens, firstly, the water's force increases, making the currents faster and faster. When this happens, bigger sediments tumble down the river, making it harder for some organisms to survive. Secondly, the water's temperature decreases, and when this takes place, some organisms find it hard to survive. Thirdly, the water becomes diluted, and the water is too fresh for some organisms' range of tolerance. But it is also possible that climate change could completely dry out rivers. Studies show that this is possible because some rivers cannot receive water from freshwater sources, and climate change will affect the area's precipitation. With no precipitation and no water from freshwater sources, some rivers could be gone in a matter of years.
This is Pontiac, Illinois. I'm standing right next to the river here, and our river is flooding again. This is not the land area, this is the river itself. I think this is the river area, but it is completely out of control. The river is usually not this wide. It's usually in its banks. It's completely out of its banks. The last observed stage was at 4:45 p.m. last time I checked, and the stage was 9.2 feet, and bank full stage is 6 feet, so it's pretty well above the banks. As you can see, it's starting to approach these stairs up here, and so yeah, it's not quite on the land. It is in some areas, but not quite over here. So, well, this is the river, and it's continuing to rise. Let's go ahead and zoom over here. As you can see, it's starting to come on the land over there. And that's all I have on my agenda. So look at that current. That's a pretty strong current there.
The effects of climate change are being felt by the local wildlife and habitats in polar regions. It affects the breeding patterns and their population because there is less space and less food to go around. The cryosphere is the icy part of the planet. No matter where you live on the Earth, the snow and ice of the Earth has an impact on your climate. As climate changes cause the temperature to rise, the ice melts. As the ice melts, the Earth becomes even warmer. Climate changes affect many organisms, including polar bears and seals. It is difficult for polar bears to survive on the small ships of ice that float around due to global warming.